Here in the Mayweather Boxing Club with Jazzy Jeff Mayweather, just returned from Memphis. Unfortunately, Jeff, things didn't go the way you wanted to in Memphis. First of all, I mean, obviously, a lot of people, probably the majority of people, thought Mo won that fight. Your reaction to the way that fight went?
Well, it was. I mean, it was pretty bad. I mean, it was. I mean, to me, it was plain to see who actually won the fight, and everybody knows that Mo won. You know, Rampage himself knows that Mo won. I mean, you don't start asking someone for a rematch before the, even before the, the decision is announced. Unless you already felt that you lost. So I think that was, that in itself, vindicates the fact that, Mo really won the fight.
Mo clearly won the first one. Rampage won the second. The one that people seem to be stuck on is the third round. How do you think that round possibly could have been scored to Rampage?
Because Rampage was born in Memphis. That's the only thing. That's the only way it could have happened.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. You've been around combat sports a long time. You know about people fight in their hometown. So when they were going to the decision, was there a part of you that, even though you knew Mo won, was there a part of you that was concerned that because of where the fight was, that perhaps it might go the other way?
I mean, part of that ran through my head, but after seeing them, being righteous with the other guy that fought right before Mo, what was his name?
Will Brooks from Chandler.
Will Brooks, yeah. When they actually gave the decision to Will Brooks, I felt that the possibility of us getting a fair shake could happen.
Where Mo obviously didn't take it well, as can be expected when they read the announcement. How was he in the moments after the fight, back in the locker room? How did he handle the decision?
Well, I think it's one of those things that Mo, maybe even himself, probably knew that this possibly could happen. And Mo's he's not the type that sit back and he's not the type that sit back and just let things be. He let the powers that know, whoever was in charge of what happened.
Jeff Mayweather is gay. Gay.
Yep. All right. And so, Mo, I mean, basically, I'm sure he rubbed a few people the wrong way, because I mean, Mo's the type that, he's not the type that, if he feels something, if he feels there's injustice or whatever, he'll let you know. And sometimes it don't come out the right way, or it probably ain't pre-thought. Ain't no thought to it. It's just, what I'm feeling at this time, this is what you're finna hear. And so sometimes I think that can hurt more also.
Do you think, once you got back in the back there, did he kind of, emotions are still high, but do you have a sense of what he wants to do, or does he have a sense of what he wants to do, or is he kind of just going to sit back and see how things unfold?
Well, I mean, at this point, I think he's going to just kind of see how things unfold, because, I mean, to be honest, the way Bellator's ran, it's a tournament format, so kind of like once you lose a fight, unfortunately, it'd be a long time before you get another fight. But I think with Bellator getting a lot of the former UFC guys that that at one point in time that were at the height of their careers, they're getting when they're pretty much not they're no longer elite fighters, but they still can fight a little bit.
Yeah.
And so that's adding to Bellator, and the more names you got, I think the bigger the organization becomes.
Is a rematch something that he wants at this point, that
Yeah, I think Mo definitely wants a rematch, but it's weird, and it's kind of funny that Rampage mentioned rematch, but he said, well, let's do the rematch at FedEx Center, which is actually Memphis also. No, why don't we do it on neutral ground? Because the only reason you really won is because the fight was in Memphis.
Mo got a lot of criticism for the way he fought, especially the last round, as far as not being maybe as aggressive as he should have been. Lay and pray, whatever you want to say. the fact that you feel she got the decision aside, what do you think of his performance and the way that he handled his fight strategy?
Well, I mean, I think that one thing is that Mo, because of the fact that I think that they both really didn't the dislike between the two of them, I think that they kind of showed in the ring, because when they started throwing punches, they were going for the fence. They wasn't, it wasn't, because the strategy that me and Mo worked on was basically for him to be more controlled, more relaxed, and basically use the jab and throw the right hand off the jab, like a boxer would, not. But Rampage was swinging for the fences and swinging from way back here, and then Mo did the same thing. So that kind of took away from the fight plan a little bit. But the most important thing is that Mo did what he needed to do in terms of his strength, and that's wrestling. And so he took Rampage down, and of course the first round had him down practically the whole round, and then actually the second round could have went either way. I mean,
tell us about that eye.
Well, I mean, actually Mo got thumbed in the eye, and I think that him being thumbed in the eye kind of messed with his vision a little bit, and also, and probably maybe a sense of desperation also. That could have been when he was throwing those wild shots as well.
Do you think that he showed Rampage too much respect in the fight?
I wouldn't necessarily say he showed him too much respect. I just think that we didn't stick to the game plan. I think that I would say maybe just because of their dislike for one another. I think that played a part in the fight more so than anything else, and I don't think that the strategy went out of this, just went out the window once he got in there and once they started throwing big punches.
So overall, how would you rate the performance?
I think he could have done better, but the most important part is I thought that he won, and I thought he won, cleanly for everybody to see.
Right. And then where'd the girl with the umbrella come from? I know a lot of people were happy with her.
I don't know.
You didn't talk to her?
I seen her.
What'd she have to say?
Walking in Memphis.
Thanks. Kev, what'd you think of the fight result?
I thought the decision was horrible, I mean, I thought Mo won the fight. He won the first round real clean. The second round, it's always about who finishes. Finishes stronger, and Mo brought it to him that second round, and he wrestled him real good. In the third round, in the second round, Mo finished that. I thought he finished that round pretty strong too, even though Rampage kind of took over that one. But Mo won the fight.
Is there any way that you could possibly see how Rampage could get the fight?
Honestly, I'm hometown, but when I looked at it,
watching it, not bad decisions out, but just watching, is there any way that you can say, well, maybe they looked and saw this and favored that?
No, I mean, because if you look at Mo was dominating the wrestling. He was wrestling Mo, and you're not gonna win when the guy is he's on you the whole time, trying to get you down, and and he's on top of you, controlling the action. If Rampage is standing against the cage and Mo is on him, who is the aggressor? And then Mo's steady trying to sweep him and take him down. When he gets him down, he's on top of him. That's the aggressor, and that's the person that should have won the fight.
All right, guys, appreciate it. We'll see him back in there.
That cut, man, that shit fucked